Kayode Okikiolu has the sports news.
Well, that's right, Gimba. You're welcome to Sports News. Nigeria's Super Falcons have been drawn in Group A at the FIFA Women's World Cup to be held next year. Now, the 9-time African champions will face host France, Korea Republic and Norway in the group phase as they seek to improve on previous performances at the competition. South Africa's Banyana were drawn in Group B and will face Spain, Germany and China in their first appearance at the World Cup. Africa's third representative, Cameroon, who are making their second appearance at the tournament, have been drawn in Group E alongside Canada, New Zealand and the Netherlands. And Super Falcons captain Onamebi is calling for more sponsorship for the team in order to have the best preparation for the World Cup next year. She says losing their opening game at the Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Ghana is an experience they don't want to repeat in France. The Super Falcons are the most successful team in Africa, but are yet to make their mark at the world stage. And out to men's football, Mohamed Salah scored his second hat-trick for Liverpool to help Jurgen Klopp's side to an emphatic 4-0 victory over Bournemouth and send them above Manchester City at the top of the Premier League table. Lucas Torreira scored a sublime bicycle kick late on to break Huddersfield's resistance and move Arsenal into the top 4, while Burnley beat Brighton 1-0 at Turf Moor. Callum Patterson's 74th minute goal gave Cardiff City a 1-0 victory over Southampton, while Jose Mourinho's Manchester United beat Fulham 4-1 at Old Trafford. West Ham also defeated Crystal Palace 3-2. Chelsea beat defending champions Manchester City 2-0 at Stamford Bridge. More football stories. Argentine football fans mingled with the holiday crowds in Madrid on the eve of the Copa Libertadores showdown between Buenos Aires rivals Boca Juniors and River Plate. The epic final will coincide with a long holiday weekend in Spain, which tourists from all over the country travel to Madrid for Christmas shopping and cultural tourism. Spanish police are working with their Argentine counterparts to identify and intercept any known troublemakers ahead of the South American club final showdown tomorrow. Well, that's sports news for tonight. Thank you for watching. I am Kayode Okikiolu. The news at 10 continues with Kimba.
Police in Paris have arrested hundreds of yellow vest protesters in a fourth week of anti-government protest, the latest wave of demonstrations in the country against President Emmanuel Macron and his economic policies. About 89,000 riot policemen have been deployed across France and some in Paris to curb the violence. Prime Minister Edouard Philippe had urged the aggrieved citizens to rebuild national unity through dialogue.
It's the fourth week of anti-government protests on the streets of Paris. At Champs-Élysées, French riot police move through crowds of yellow vest protesters and block their path with shields and batons as the protesters demand the resignation of President Emmanuel Macron over high living costs. Two yellow vest protesters, clad in French flags symbolically, lay down still in the middle of the street with their eyes closed as a man drapes a yellow vest over one, prompting cheers from the surrounding crowd. Police authorities say about 211 people have been arrested after dangerous weapons such as hammers and baseball bats were found on them. Just over 2 weeks to Christmas, dozens of department shops are closed to traffic to avoid looting by demonstrators who last week smashed windows and damaged shops in some of the city's commercial neighborhoods. But some few tourists still venture into the streets with friends and family, despite the uncertain security situation.
This is just for my daughter. She wanted to come here today to see Eiffel Tower, but we are a bit disappointed because it's closed. So we're hearing about this yellow, gilets jaunes, so what can we do? There is nothing we can do,
The protest, named after the high visibility safety jackets French motorists keep in their cars, began in November.
All 6 people have been killed in a stampede at a nightclub in Italy. The incident took place near the eastern coastal city of Ancona. Some reports say that there was panic after pepper spray was fired inside the club in the town of Corinaldo. The Lanterna Azzurra club was hosting a concert by Pepper Sfera, and up to 1,000 people were thought to be inside. Authorities say that dozens more were injured, and 12 of them were injured critically. And the main news again, the People's Democratic Party today alleged that the bank accounts of its vice presidential candidate, Mr. Pt.4, had been frozen by agents of government. But the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC, has distanced itself from the claim. Also today, the presidential candidate of the Allied Congress Party of Nigeria, Dr. Obieze Kwesili, has canvassed increased budgetary allocation to roads considered to be Nigeria's economic lifelines. And hundreds of people were today detained by French police as anti-government protesters hit streets across the country in the 4th weekend of violent demonstrations over fuel price hike. And that's how it's been on the news at 10 tonight. I want to thank you so much indeed for watching. On behalf of everyone here, have a splendid night rest. Good night.